here we are. It's 10 degrees below zero outside. I'm cold, but it's kind of toasty warm in here. Welcome to my kitchen. This is Kim at Uncensored Food, and today I'm going to teach you how to make Wienerschnitzel, which was invented in Austria. I've never been there, but maybe one of these days after this stupid fucking pandemic, I'll be able to travel again, and I'll go to Austria. We're going to make something delicious today. Let me show you how to do this. The ingredients used for this are simple as can be. I'm starting with a pork tenderloin. You can also use chicken breast. I guess you could use steak, but I wouldn't. Eggs, flour that I am going to mix with about a tablespoon of hot paprika and about a teaspoon of black pepper. Put that all in there. About a teaspoon or so of salt. Put that in there. And then we're just going to mix that together to make a spicy little coating for this. That's number one. Get that together. Taste it. Woo! Over here, we're going to get this heated up. This is my good Misen pans, M-I-S-E-N. You got to use good cookware when you're cooking. I love these pans. I adore them. And I'm going to melt butter and oil together. And this is what we're going to cook this in. And then while that is melting and heating up, I'm going to take a beautiful pork tenderloin, which I have removed the silver skin and the fat as much as I can. Cut that in half. See how tender that is? And then cut this again in half long ways. Be as precise and even as you can get. No guarantees here. Try not to slice off your fingers. I don't recommend that. So what you need for that is a sharp knife. You people who are working with dull knives, shame on you. Sharpen them or buy ceramic. I use both. Okay, look at that. I'll do the other one and get back to you. Voila. Okay, kids, once you have those sliced, you need to tenderize them and flatten them just a little bit more. If you use a good piece of meat, you don't have to do this for too long. But I have a tenderizing mallet. I'm just gonna kind of pound the shit out of this for a little while. Take out a few aggressions. I have a great cut of meat at the end of it. Take that, pandemic, you fucker. Do you see the difference? I've got this flat big piece versus the non-flat big piece. So do this to all 4 slices. Now here I have a bunch of eggs. We're just using this for moisture. I've chosen 4. You probably don't need that much, but get those mixed together. And then the magic of Wienerschnitzel comes in the layering process. All right, that's done. Now, here's what you do. Here's my 4 pieces nicely flattened out, right? We're going to begin, shit, I'm doing this badly. Stand by. Okay, I needed more space. So we have the eggs whipped up, we have the seasoned flour, and then over here, I've got a combination of Pankau and breadcrumbs. If you're gluten-free, they make all this stuff in gluten-free formulas, or you can use ground up flax seeds. First things first, you take your piece of meat, which you have pounded flatter, dip it in the eggs, right in the flour then. Okay, you with me so far? Back of the egg. Back in the flour, making a nice little crispy coating here. Back in the egg, and into the Pankau breadcrumb mixture. This is not the tidiest process, but this is what you have to do. Roxy smells meat. I'll get to you in a minute, baby. Then you let this rest while the pan is heating. Son of a bitch. Why don't you have opposable thumbs? Okay, now comes the cooking process. These will not take long at all to cook because you've pounded them kind of thin. Kind of. Take your rusted meat, put it in there, You hear the sizzle? Don't crowd your pan. We'll get back to these guys in a minute. 3 or 4 minutes on each side is pretty much all it's gonna take. You're gonna make them nice and brown and delish. Stand by. While that first side is cooking, I'm gonna spray it a little with lime juice. Lemon juice, lime juice. You could also put a little lime zest in the flour mixture, but this is lemonier and more delicious and quite a bit easier. Now my quantities are not perfect. If you need more butter and you need more oil, put it in. If you don't use it. More lemon, use it. It's all entirely up to you. So I stuck another piece in there because you shrink up a little tiny bit when you're cooking them, and I need more butter. That can't be all bad. And while I'm waiting for these to cook, I clean the kitchen, did the dishes. I don't want to have to clean up afterwards. Always keep your kitchen clean. Now, this can be also done in the oven if you prefer not to fry. But if you have a chance to have good fried food and you've eaten nothing but salads for a week, I say go ahead and fry them. If you do them in the oven, spray them with oil, put it on about a 400-degree oven just till the coating is cooked, the end. You have the same delicious thing. This can also be eaten as a sandwich or on the bottom of a plate, throw a salad on top of it. It's good either way. Well, there we have it, folks. Perfectly cooked, very crispy Wienerschnitzel, pounded pork, and I'm gonna have it as a sandwich. Doesn't that look delicious? I'm torturing my dog. I'm so sorry, Roxy, but we're gonna have an extended little play outside when it gets a little warmer, maybe above 0. This is Kim and Roxy at Uncensored Food. Thanks for playing with us. What are you gonna do for somebody else today? Make it wonderful, whatever you do. You will never regret being kind. And I hope that this pandemic's isolation has taught us all to be just a smidge kinder to our neighbors, to our family, to our kids, to our dogs. We're going to the park. I'll see ya. Bye-bye. You heard the word.